aren't you talking? See, Here we go. Good morning, BW Robinson. Today is November 28th, 2018, and I have Skylar with me this morning. How are you, Skylar? Good. It is Wednesday. It is hump day. Do you like that commercial with the camel? Yeah, I'm not a big fan, just saying. All right. It is the 28th, and it is, so apparently I've been saying it wrong all week because I did a day of rotation on our early release day, but we really didn't have a day of rotation that day. So today is actually day 4. Thank you to all of those folks that let me know I was doing it wrong. So it's day 4 today, and tell us what's for lunch, Skylar.
Pancake, egg patty, sausage patty, diced potatoes, vegetable juice, canned apples, pears, choice milk.
So it is breakfast for lunch day. All right. And we have Maddox here to tell us about the weather. So Maddox, come on over. You got to come over here in front of my screen. All right. So show everybody this. Here. All right. Wait a minute. They got to hear you. What is it?
Sun.
All right. And so what's the weather today?
Sunny.
Sunny. All right. Thank you, Maddox. And it is Elliot's turn to lead us in the pledge. So please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Put this hand and put this hand on your heart. All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Elliot. Good job.
Let's go.
All right, please join me for a moment of silence. No. Thank you. All right, let's see. We have some birthdays today. Celebrating on the 28th, we have Michaela Menifee and Hunter Pearson. So happy birthday to those folks. Hope you have a great day. No staff birthdays today. And so what shout outs do you have this morning, Skylar?
Miss Shelter's class, Miss Gunnoff's class, Miss Wetzel's class, Emma, Ross, Ella, Pinks, Addison, Sylvius, Hallie, Isabel, and my sister.
Okay. So we're on chapter 66, the celebration. Dawn turned to day turned to dusk, and just as Roz had asked, animals were gathering again in the great meadow. Word had spread across the island that the robot was throwing a party, and everyone wanted to see what the fuss was about. The fuss seemed to be about a giant stack of wood. Roz had spent the day collecting logs and branches and stacking them in a perfect, massive tower. The animals crowded around it, trying to imagine its purpose, and then they saw a golden light flickering in the distance. Roz emerged from the dark forest. In her hand was a flaming stick, which she held up like a torch. She was camouflaged in thick mud and clusters of wild flowers, but her camouflage wasn't for hiding. It was her party dress. The animals watched as the robot glided across the meadow, surrounded by a warm glow. "Thank you all for being here," she said as she joined the crowd. "1 year ago, I woke on the shore of this island. I was just a machine. I functioned. But you, my friends and my family, you have taught me how to live, and so I thank you." "No, thank you, Roz," shouted a voice. "You have also taught me to be wild," said the robot. So let us all celebrate life and wildness together. At those words, Roz heaved her torch high into the air. It soared up, 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 and landed on the very top of the wooden tower. A ball of fire burst toward the night sky, and suddenly the meadow was bathed in firelight. Hundreds of shiny eyes watched as bright flames crept down the sides of the tower and embers floated away on the breeze. The animals stepped toward the bonfire, eager to feel its warmth, and then stepped back, afraid of feeling too much. And soon everyone was moving. The deer started leaping, the foxes started trotting, the snakes slithered, and the insects buzzed, and the fish jumped up from the river. Brightbill led all the birds into the air, where they wheeled around the bonfire like a tornado of feathers. Roz sprang into a wild dance, her shaggy dress shaking and swishing with each movement. It was a wild party, and it took our robot to make it happen. Roz and the animals partied all night long. They were so busy singing and laughing and dancing, they didn't see the cargo ship as it sliced past the island. But the ship saw them. It saw the towering bonfire. It saw the robot, and then it quietly continued in the darkness. Okay, that makes me a little nervous. What do you think the ship's going to do? I don't know. If it saw Roz.
Cool.
Chapter 67, The Sunrise. By dawn, the bonfire had dwindled to a smoldering hill of ash. Everyone else had gone home, and only Roz and Brightbill remained in the meadow. They lay in the grass together, watching as the soft light of morning crept up from the horizon. And then Roz said, "Let us go for a walk." The robot and the goose hiked and flew up to their favorite spot on the grassy ridge, but then they kept going. They followed the ridge to the mountain and climbed all the way up to the craggy peak just in time to see the sunrise. "I climbed up here once before," said Roz as the sun's first ray warmed her body. "I sat on this very rock, looked out at the island, and thought I would always be alone. But I was wrong." "Are you happy, Mom?" The robot thought for a moment. "I am." "I'm happy too." Brightbill closed his eyes and felt the wind and sun. There was a slight chill in the air that made him feel alive. Everything seemed just right. And then he heard a distant buzzing sound. The goose squinted to the south and saw a familiar shape in the sky. He turned to his mother and said, "Mom, there's an airship flying this way." Should I keep going? All right, one more chapter. Chapter 68, The Recos. I guess that's how you say that. The airship approached from the south. Like some giant migratory bird, the ship was a sleek white triangle with a single dark window facing forward. 3 identical robots stared out the window. The robots resembled Roz, but they were bigger and bulkier and shinier, and the word Reco was lightly etched into each of their torsos. I'll show you the picture of the plane. Followed by their individual unit number. They were Reco 1, Reco 2, and Reco 3. The Recos flew in a low circle around the island. They saw a smoky hill of ash. They saw mysterious wooden domes. They saw 4 dead robots scattered across the shore. The airship hovered above the robot gravesite for a moment. Then it floated up over the island and lowered itself onto a small meadow at the foot of the mountain. The engines blasted air toward the ground, bending trees and tearing grass. Then the landing gear sank into the soil. The engines powered down, and all was quiet. A door hummed open, and out stepped the Recos. They took several long strides into the meadow and stopped. A shadowy figure was lurking at the forest edge. The Recos turned and faced it. They stood flush together like a sparkling wall, and then the shadowy figure began to move. Out from the trees walked some sort of 2-legged creature. It was dusty and dirty. Butterflies flitted around the flowers that sprouted from its body. One of its feet was made of wood, and then the creature spoke. "Hello, my name is Roz." And we'll stop there for today. All right, so you can choose to be the kind of leader that you would follow and make it a great day. So long.